Alright, it's the number 236 of my accountability to myself, and I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this. Today I don't have any philosophical thoughts, and I'm going just briefly go through my day and go to sleep because last night I slept horribly because first I went to sleep at like 1:30 a.m. Second, I couldn't fall asleep because I had two mosquitoes in my room and I get up twice trying to fight them, but I couldn't find them. So I decided to go to sleep. Then I woke up at 5 because fucking mosquitoes were sucking my blood. And then somehow I've fallen asleep and woke up in the morning at 8. So I didn't sleep a lot. I didn't have consistent sleeping because I interrupted it once when I got up at 5 a.m. because of mosquitoes. And I found that I have 4 pimples, or how it's called, because of mosquitoes. And I was so pissed off. And it's so weird because yesterday I didn't even open my window in the evening. So I don't even know how did they get in my room. That's so weird. But well, anyways, I woke up in the morning, great morning. I spent time studying Turkish, and I realized that it's been 3 days since I started studying. It's absolutely another way of learning compared to the one I had like a couple of weeks ago, because a couple of weeks ago I would just study phrases, which does not really make a lot of sense. What do I do now? I'm trying to comprehend sentence structure through working with phrases and listening to native Turkish. And I do start understanding some patterns. I do start seeing how it's built. I still cannot do this on my own. It's so hard, but it's only third day and I start understanding, I start recognizing. It's pretty nice. I like how my progress is going, and yeah, for me it's alright. And honestly, it's not even hard to dedicate yourself to allocating 90 minutes in the morning doing specific thing. Because for example, in my case, if I tried to do something instead of learning Turkish, something that where I wouldn't see the end point, I would have a desire to abandon it pretty fast. But in this case, I see my initial point and I see my end point. And it's not really hard. And it does bring a lot of, I don't know how to say it properly, knowledge, a lot of information when you allocate only 1 hour 30 doing specifically one thing. So I could do whatever I want, and I also realized I could spend 1 hour 30 studying French and I would definitely become nearly fluent during the summer because my French is not bad. I just literally need to gain some more vocabulary and to practice some more in order to speak, in order to apply all that vocabulary. But in general, I can speak, and especially I can understand French. But well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm gonna try also to study French besides Turkish, right? Because currently I have my exams, all that stuff is pretty hard to combine. But once my exams are over, I will start grinding French as well. Well, it depends on my time, depends what will I be doing besides, but French is definitely my second priority after Turkish, because yeah, nowadays like Turkish main priority, because it's not only about Turkish but also about content creation in Instagram, which is also important for me. Another thing, so I started Turkish pretty good, then I had my breakfast, didn't go to the gym today, and what else? Well, I wanted to practice. Oh yeah, I wanted to practice, but at some point having my breakfast, my mom sends me video from Facebook where a random guy says that only stupid people make tattoos and tattoos affect negatively your neurons, which is nonsense. Like, it has nothing to, like, tattoos and your neurons, that they have nothing to do with each other. It was not mosquito, but it was another fly. Alright, so yeah, it was a little funny. So I spent nearly 1 hour explaining, like writing a message to my mom, what do I think about tattoos, because I was explaining that it doesn't work that way, right? Because there are different reasons for making tattoos. For example, in my, just why my mom sent this video to me, because 2 years ago I had a desperate desire to make a tattoo here on my hand. And my mom didn't like that idea, and thank God I haven't done that. Have not done that, right? And yeah, all of a sudden my mom sent this video, and I was explaining that tattoos is like, there must be a specific reason behind this. People might make tattoos just because they're stupid. People might make tattoos just because they want to attract attention. People might make tattoos just because they want to be similar to someone. People make tattoos just because it means something for them, and it changes their self-perspective, which might be also important, which might be an advantage. Because, for example, one of the analogies that I also gave that I mentioned in my explanation is that, imagine there's an ordinary person, and you give Ferrari to this ordinary person. In terms of skill sets, in terms of knowledge, in terms of environment, nothing changed. This is absolutely the same person, but his self-perception has changed. Now he believes that he's more unique. He deserves something more in this life. Or his self-perception changes to some extent. And through this shift in self-perception, he might be more confident. The way of walking can be also more confident. Every time when he sees some opportunities, he's sure that he can try it, because he believes that he's special. So he starts noticing opportunities. So what actually matters is how a person views themselves. And if someone does make tattoo, and this is a rational decision that was evaluated, what the fuck is that? I don't understand. Why do I have those flies in my room? Well, I just had like window open for like 5 minutes. It's like, no way. And so if person evaluated this decision rationally and made a decision to make a tattoo, then it's alright, because it might change self-perception. The person might start believing that, oh yeah, I'm really cool, and the person might be willing to face challenges more bravely, and use opportunities that are bestowed upon that person. So I actually had a way longer message, and what I'm explaining, I just spent 1 hour writing a huge message, explaining a lot of things. This is, by the way, another topic that I want to think about more because it actually makes sense. I just need to be able to articulate my opinion properly. So I spent 1 hour explaining this to my mom, and then my mom asks, not asks, but says, "Oh, you've got a nice AI assistant." What do you mean AI assistant? I was writing for 1 hour this huge message, and my mom says AI assistant. That was funny. I said, "Well, these are my thoughts," and she's, "Oh well, yeah, it's so philosophical. Like it's similar to you." And I was, thanks. So what I mean is that instead of preparing for my exam, I spent 1 hour and a half literally eating and writing this huge message. Then I had 1 hour left to leave my home to go to university, and I spent it studying, trying to repeat something, to go through some information. Somehow I did so, but I don't know. So I had my exam. I'm pretty sure I passed, but for some reason, after that exam, I felt insecure. I was not certain about my summary, even though I know that body of the summary is pretty good, but I'm scared this at some point might be repetitive. But it's like, no way, I'm not like, it's impossible, because even when we had a mock exam a couple of weeks ago, before, like, that was literally the first time when I tried writing the summary, I already had more than a half of the grade, of the entire grade, so it should be all right. Well, then I returned home. It was 6:30, something like that. I had my dinner. I did some minor things. I don't remember what specifically. Oh yeah, I needed to make video. I needed to upload video. And then I spent 30-40 minutes studying French. And after studying French, I spent 1 hour 30 studying logistics, which is pretty good because that was pretty long day. And regardless on that long day, I managed to allocate more than 2 hours studying in the evening, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, in the morning I also just took a book and read it for like 15 minutes or something, but just for myself. I didn't even plan it initially. I just had this vibe to read a book. So I honestly tried to track my day today. I did it only until the noon. Afterwards, I had my exams. I was preparing for exams, my exam, dinner, all this stuff. I didn't track it, so I will try to track my day tomorrow. And yeah, today it was pretty good. Wonderful day, wonderful rainy day. I got soaked in the rain when I was returning after my exams, but it's alright. It's alright. I have 2 exams left. Now I can breathe finally, because I don't need to spend a ton of time to study vocabulary, to practice summaries, and to keep this in my mind. Well, I still want to study. Like, the thing is that English, this is a language that I will never stop studying. And I always want to gain more and more and more and more vocabulary, especially in formal, because at some point I missed it, and I want to learn it. So every time when I hear new words, I always put them down and I always want to learn them. So it's not about not having desire to study a language. It's about desire to study proper things that I will be actually applying in my life. Because I don't know, such words as convergence or to cogs or I mean like benevolence, conscientiousness, those words actually make sense. They describe type of person that's pretty good. But I don't know, allegiance, adjacent, I'm not sure I will be applying those words on a regular basis, but it's alright because this is business vocabulary, something that I should be at least aware of. So that's it. I don't know why I'm recording this video for 15 minutes, because I just want to sleep and I just wanted to go through my day without any special explanation, but it's alright. So without being said, that's it for today, and I need to write my plan for tomorrow, and I will see you in the next one.